What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now this is going to be my open beta build video. This is the build that I gravitated towards during this open beta, and it's mainly just due to RNG. I only have a select few good pieces of gear and weapons, so this is what my character ended up looking like at the end of this open beta. So if you do enjoy these videos, don't forget to mash that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So my character is level 8, and I have been playing around in the Dark Zone. So I do have blue and purple gear. The only way to get those I've seen are usually in the Dark Zone. It's very rare to have a purple drop outside of the Dark Zone, but it is possible, because I did get my G36 out of the Light Zone, but it's the only purple that I found outside of the Dark Zone. But without further ado, here is the build. My primary is my MP5A2, secondary military G36. I am running 2 Douglas and Harding, or actually 3 Douglas and Harding, 2 Araldi Holdings, and 1 Sokolov Concern. Now, the reason for this, I am getting the 3 perks from the brand set Douglas and Harding, being the accuracy, crit damage, crit chance. Out of the Araldi Holdings, I'm getting more accuracy and headshot damage, so that kind of completes the trifecta: all the crits, accuracy, more accuracy, headshot damage. And then finally I have SMG damage. So basically all damage oriented around my SMG. My SMG is the MP5A2. It's the only superior purple SMG that I have found so far during this open beta. This one has 7% crit chance. The damage is 322 with 800 on the RPMs. I do have extra magazine capacity for my open talent. The talent's called Extra. However, my other talent is not unlocked. It is called Killer. And this talent, killing an enemy with crit hit, grants 50% crit hit chance for 5 seconds. So you can see I only have 3 pieces of stamina, and it wants me to have 5, so I'm not quite there yet. The mods I am running on the MP5A2: reflex sight, giving me crit hit damage and taking away some accuracy, but as you already know, with the Douglas and Harding and the Araldi Holdings, I've already got 15% accuracy I can get rid of, so that kind of offsets, and it's just giving me more crit hit damage. Moving to the vertical grip, I have plus 10% accuracy, minus 8% stability. Reason for that is right underneath that I have a compensator giving me 20% stability, minus 10 accuracy, which you can already see offsets each other and gives me an additional 12% stability. So out of my weapon mods, if you can see what I have done, is I have gained crit hit damage and I have gained 12% stability without losing anything at all. Now my secondary is a military G36. It has 269 on the base damage, 750 on the RPMs. Assault rifles now do health damage, which is 13.5% on this G36. Now the talents that are on this weapon are Extra, just like my MP5 gives me an additional 20% magazine size. And I do have the other talent unlocked, being Ranger. Every 10 meters I am from the target gives me an additional 2% weapon damage. So the further away I am, the better. So that kind of goes with the weapon mods I have chosen for the G36. Starting off with the reflex sight, I have plus 10 crit hit damage, minus 15% accuracy, which we already know cancels out due to my gear mods, or due to my gear items. Next is the magazine, giving me 20% stability, but it subtracts 10% damage to elites. I basically did that as a personal preference for more of a PvP. I use that for long range and PvP. I'm not really too worried about it with the elites. Moving on to the short grip, plus 10% crit hit damage, but it takes away 15% of my reload speed. Again, personal preference. I'd rather have a little bit more crit hit damage and take away the reload speed, because as long as I can get the hits on target, they're going to hurt more. So it kind of helps out. And finally, the loud vent break. I have range at 20%, but it takes away 10% of the stability, which if you go to my magazine, I have plus 20%, so now basically it's just plus 10% stability. And those are my weapons. So these builds and these build guides are going to be a lot more in depth. My sidearm is just a green pistol. I have yet to find a blue or a purple or anything worth using. Going down to the gear items, we'll start off with the Douglas and Hardings. So the first piece is my mask. Little backtrack, the Douglas and Harding brand set 3 out of 3 gives you accuracy 5%, crit hit damage 10%, and crit hit chance 7%. Now this mask has an attribute of plus 8% cooldown reduction, which is pretty vital in my eyes for, your turret or seeker mines, whatever. You want them to get back as fast as possible. Next, Douglas and Harding is the holster. The attributes on the holster, plus 9 on the skill power, and plus 96 health on kill. And finally, the knee pads, the attributes on that, plus 7 on skill power. Going on to the Heraldi holdings, I only have 2 out of 3 for the brand sets, so I get plus 10% accuracy and plus 10% headshot damage. The attribute on the backpack, 7.5% crit hit chance, and the talent that it comes with is called capacitive. Yeah, capacitive plus 20% skill duration. Now the other piece of Heraldi holdings, gloves, which luckily I got the attribute plus 4% SMG damage. And then finally, the Sokolov Concern, I have the vest, which gives me 1 out of the 3 brand set, rewarding me with 10% SMG damage. The attributes that came with this chest piece are plus 4% headshot damage and 111 bonus armor. And it also came with the talent Hard Hitting, gives me plus 15% damage to elites. So on top of that, that goes back to my G35 where I had negative 10% damage to elites. Well, the chest piece basically overrides that as well. So all of my mods are helping my weapon without hurting them in any way at all. So going to the character sheet, gives you a brief overlook of the build. So it tells you what talents I have active, goes into my Dark Zone perks that I have active, and then my weapon. So for the weapon damage 322, so that is my MP5. So my MP5 weapon stats, weapon damage 322, crit hit chance at 21.5%, crit hit damage 45%, headshot damage 64%, and the accuracy and stability are both at 12%. Pretty good, pretty good. I have SMG damage bonus of 14%, damage to elite bonus of 15%. Now my max armor is currently at about 4,800, and my max health is around 1800. I am getting 96 health on kill. Go to the skills. I have a skill reduction of 8%, which in my eyes is pretty low. And my skill power is only at 16%, or 16 across the board. Now the skills I am using are the Seeker Mine and Turret. I'm using the Assault Turret. So going to that, here's the Assault Turret. Cooldown 110 seconds, duration 144. Has about 2300 health, but it does 112 damage. Seeker Mines I am using, the Explosive Seeker Mines. They come back every 55 seconds. They have a health right under 700, and they do right under 3200 damage. Now the Seeker Mines are the go-to, the turret is more of a crowd control. And there you have it, guys. That is my open beta build. That's just what I've been gravitated towards just because of RNG. I haven't really gotten too many other options to play with. So, there you go. It's your boy, Kamikazevondoom. See you guys in the next one. Peace.